a mustache that is rather well known? In fact, could you be almost caricatured just by that?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you, Arlene. Are you Salvador Dali?
Salvador Dali is right.
At the Salvador Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida, an enormous aging foam mustache was facing retirement. So they put out a call for ideas. In response to the museum's request for proposals, my initial thought was to create a landmark sculpture that embodied the dual image conundrum central to Dali's work. It's all about your point of view when interpreting what you choose to see. Is it a face or an array of atoms? A human head or a tree? A landscape or a reclining figure? Dali's genius exposes the subjective nature of human perception. It occurred to me to revisit the parallax sculpture technique I had developed some years earlier. This trio of sculptures in Albany, New York, were made from a series of parallel profile plates that were carefully designed to represent a recognizable image at one angle and an array of parallel lines at another. This parallel architecture seemed like the perfect way to pay homage to Dali's polymorphous imagery. The museum recognized the merit of the idea, and I was awarded the contract to create the 17-foot-wide steel mustache. The material the sculpture would be made from was critical. It had to stand up to the salt air and relentless sun and rain. I chose a unique steel called Core 10, which has been used for public sculpture for decades. Once the surface of the Core 10 steel weathers, it develops a dark earthy patina, which was ideal for the mustache coloration. Using the profiles designed for the mustache model, I designed their outlines in a CAD program. Once these elements were captured in virtual space, it was time for them to be cut out of the actual quarter-inch thick steel. This was done with the help of a high-tech process called water jet cutting. The water contains fine grains of abrasive garnet, which cleanly slice through the steel under tremendous force.
Flat plate on top.
Once the steel arrived at the studio, the hard work began. First, a series of subtle etched hairlines had to be incised into the face of each profile plate. These long, flowing parallel lines added texture to the mustache and helped visually unite the plates. Next, using a Hobart Iron Man welder, the Core 10 steel was fused together to become virtually one piece of metal. It would require over 1,200 pounds of Core 10 steel to sculpt the iconic mustache.